What's up, family? So today's topic is Broward County judicial corruption, right? Broward County has a long history of judicial corruption. So we're going to start off with the guy at the top right here. Broward Judge Gary Farmer suspended accused of repeatedly making inappropriate comments in court. The thing with Broward County is we have a lot of judges who are just corrupt. Either they're corrupt or they are just not competent to hold their duties. So first, let me tell you what corruption is. So let me show you what misconduct is. Judicial misconduct. Alright, we're finna get right into it. Types of judicial misconduct: bias or the appearance of bias, acting unfairly or prejudging a case, abuse of authority, misusing judicial power or position, failing to disclose a conflict of interest. I'm going to say that again. Failing to disclose a conflict of interest, not revealing a situation that could affect their impartiality, improper communications, engaging in ex parte communications or other inappropriate interactions about a case, other violations of the Code of Judicial Conduct. This includes conduct that violates ethical standards or the canons of judicial ethics, right? You see that, right? Now, all these judges that I'm about to show you have been, except for one so far, but most of them have been accused of judicial misconduct, right? The first one we finna get into is Judge, and I'm gonna also tell you why we're talking about these people, what they have to do with my situation in my case. Judge Dale Cohen, right? See that? Who is he endorsed by? Right? He's endorsed by the Broward County Police Benevolence Association, right? Let's see what he got, what he's been accused of doing. Now you see vacancy caused by the resignations of Judge Dale Cohen because he ended up resigning. Now we're gonna look at this little article, right? What we're finna read in this part: maybe Cohen won't be thrown off the bench for a continuing pattern of judicial misconduct. He is accused by the Judicial Qualifications Commission of using his position to further wife Marty Ann Levy Cohen. Now remember, he's connected to the Police Benevolence Association, right? Now, what is my beef with the Broward County Police Benevolence Association? I'm going to show you. I sued the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. You understand? Now, after I sued the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, I also sued, well, in this case, I also sued Judge Marty Levy Cohen, his wife, and another judge by the name of Charles M. Green. Now, I'm finna get into Judge Dale Cohen's wife. Who is she? Now, as you can see, court suspends Judge Marty Levy Cohen for campaign-related infractions. So, judicial misconduct, right? Now, there's a Judge Dale Cohen's wife who he put his bench on the line for her to get, appointed. That's Judge Marty Levy Cohen. Why am I upset with her? Why did I sue her? Let me show you. Judge Marty Levy Cohen was the judge that presided over this case right here. Right? It was a unlawful. It was a Chapter 82 unlawful detention or something like that, where my sister claimed that I took the house from her that she didn't own. Right? The house is in my grandmother's name. My sister still does not own the house. Why does she not own the house? Because the house that this case was about was in probate since 2009. You understand that, right? 2009. Now, this probate case, which I'm going to show you, this probate case, hold on, move that. I'm going to show you this probate case. Was first presided over by Judge Charles M. Green. And I'm going to show you him in a second, but I'm going to show you. In 2009, that's when my sister presented a will to the courts. Right? Now, the will that my sister presented to the courts was a fraudulent will, because it's what's called undue influence, and I'll explain that in a minute if I have time. But I'm going to show you. The case was opened in 2009. As you can see, it is 2025 and the case is still going. 2025, 16 years after the fact of my grandmother passing away. My sister still does not own the house. It's still in my grandmother's name. It is being taxed by the county tremendously, right? Now, let's look at, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm gonna come back to that. Let's look at this lady. This lady is Judge Natasha Primo. She is currently the judge over the probate case. Who is she endorsed by? Who is she endorsed by? Who did I sue? She is endorsed by who? And who did I sue? You understand that, right? So what she did was, even though Judge Green did not recommend or have my family member, my cousin, who was the personal representative, submit any documents in the case, and he closed the case what is called sua sponte, which means on its own, for inactivity. So the reason why my sister doesn't own the house is because they had never submitted documents for her to own the house. You understand that, right? And the reason why is because Broward County is very extremely corrupt. You understand that, right? I'm going to get into that later. But right now I'm finna show you I'm not going to show you Judge Charles M. Green. Here's what I'm going to do, because I don't want this video to go on too long. So I'm just going to explain to you what she did, what this judge did in this case. First, she had me submit all kind of paperwork that she didn't even admit into the case. When we had a hearing yesterday, she didn't admit any of the documents into the case at all. The reason why? A lot of the documents, let me show you. A lot of documents scared the hell out of them. Why did the documents scare the hell out of them? Let me show you. Let me show you why these documents scared the hell out of them. So this is an exhibit list of the documents. All right. I submitted my Army DD-214s, a handwritten letter from my sister, my Army DD-214s, the property tax from my grandmother's estate, my Florida driver's license, my old one, FLPD incident report when I got attacked. During the lawsuit, that I was suing the police on, I got attacked, and I sent that. That is the reason why. That is the reason why this judge refused to properly administer this case. Because what they did was they held an adversary meeting when I kept telling them I'm not arguing against my sister, but the reason why they had that meeting was so they could remove me as a person of interest on the case. The reason why? Broward County is currently trying to steal my grandmother's property through the property appraiser. I'm going to show you one more thing that I submitted to the courts. I'm going to show you, if you see number, let me see, what number is it? Number 13, Richard Sherman emails. And I'm finna show you the email. I'm just finna show you one part of the email, then that's it. Right? That's all I'm gonna show you. Let me see. What's the email? Nope. All right. Now, I contacted the Broward County. As you can see, this is from Broward County Property Appraiser. You see that right there? I contacted the Broward County Property Appraiser in regards to a deed registered in the Broward County Tax Collector's Office under the address below, right? The deed in question is not the original deed of the original property owner, Claudia Valentine. This is what I told the property appraiser, right? Later on, this is what they write me. They tell me, thank you for contacting our office regarding this matter and providing important additional information in your email dated July 12, 2021. Our officers had the opportunity to review all the information available and analyze Florida law regarding this legal issue. As a result, our detailed review, we will remove instrument number and then the instrument number from the BCPA's sales history. So after I emailed them, they remove the deed, right? But in court, when we was in the little hearing, that we had, this lady right here made the claim that the court did it. She made the claim that the court did it, but the court did not do that. I did that. But she did not admit into evidence. So all that evidence that I submitted, I'm going to show you again. The evidence list that I submitted, you saw that, right? I had 18 pieces of evidence that I submitted. I'm going to show you how many pieces of my evidence that they allowed into the court. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 18, 8. That's it. That's all they allowed. The judge stopped me from speaking, interrupted me from speaking, and told me that I couldn't say certain things. So at this point, what I'm going to do, my plan is to make a complaint to the JQC. And that's basically what's happening. And that's me just showing y'all some of the things that happened. Just very few. Very few. This lady wanted me to tell her in 2 hours things that happened in 16 years. And I couldn't do it. Nobody could do that. So I'm going to make a complaint about her.